For 18 years, the historical record of Jesus goes dark. He disappears at age 12 and returns at 30. During this exact window, the Silk Road was the world's internet. It was a massive network of trade routes connecting the Roman Empire to India and China. Caravans didn't just carry silk and spices. They carried philosophies. While there is no archaeological proof Jesus traveled to the east, the axial age reveals a massive global shift. Thousands of miles apart, humanity began moving away from bloody animal sacrifices toward internal morality. In Israel, India, and China, people were suddenly asking the same question: how do I fix my soul, not just my external actions? This wasn't a local trend. It was a worldwide awakening of the human conscience. Lao Tzu spoke of the Tao, the invisible underlying flow of the universe. Centuries later, Jesus called himself the Way. Both concepts point to a path that isn't about rigid laws. It is about alignment with a higher reality. They both taught the power of the reverse. To lead, you must serve. To find your life, you must lose it. Lao Tzu's favorite metaphor was water. Water is the softest thing in the world, yet it overcomes the hardest rock because it never fights. It simply flows. Jesus mirrored this non-striving when he told his followers to turn the other cheek. This wasn't a sign of cowardice. It was a demonstration of a strength so deep it doesn't need to strike back. Both men walked away from the corridors of power. They showed that true authority comes from living in harmony with a divine natural order that the world often ignores. In Eastern philosophy, the concept of karma is a mechanical law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It isn't necessarily a judgment from a deity. It is a natural consequence of your choices. If you plant a seed of anger, you eventually harvest a life of conflict. This creates a cycle where your current reality is simply the sum of your past decisions. Jesus used a nearly identical agricultural metaphor. Whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. Both systems move away from the idea of luck or fate. They place the steering wheel firmly in the individual's hands. Whether you call it karma or sowing and reaping, the message is practical. Your life is a garden. If you don't like what you are harvesting today, you need to change the seeds you are planting. Both teachings emphasize that every word and every small act carries weight. They build the foundation of your future self. Most people look for happiness in external things, money, status, or the approval of others. Zen Buddhism teaches that this is a trap. True enlightenment comes from looking inward and quieting the monkey mind through mindfulness. It suggests that the Buddha nature is already inside you. It is waiting to be realized once you let go of material cravings. Jesus delivered a strikingly similar message when he told the crowds, "The kingdom of God is not coming with signs to be observed. For behold, the kingdom of God is within you." He was shifting the focus from a physical kingdom or a political revolution to an internal state of being. Both Zen and the teachings of Jesus emphasize that peace isn't something you get from the world. It's something you uncover by stripping away your attachments to the material world. They both point to the heart as the primary location for the most important work a human can do. Confucius taught what is often called the Silver Rule. Do not do to others what you do not want done to yourself. It is a philosophy of restraint and self-discipline. It is designed to prevent harm and maintain a stable, respectful society. By simply stopping the cycle of bad behavior, you create a foundation for social harmony. Jesus took this logic a step further into the Golden Rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. While Confucius focused on what not to do, Jesus focused on proactive action. It wasn't enough to just avoid hurting your neighbor. You were encouraged to actively seek their well-being. Despite this difference in direction, one passive and one active, both philosophies built the bedrock of modern ethics. They both shifted the focus away from me and toward the other. They proved that a functional society is built on empathy rather than just laws. In Eastern traditions, karuna is the Sanskrit word for compassion. It is the deep desire to remove the suffering of others. It isn't just a feeling, it's a commitment to help. Similarly, the Greek word agape, used in the teachings of Jesus, describes a selfless, unconditional love. This love serves others without expecting anything in return. Both Jesus and the Eastern masters were radical for their time. They applied this compassion to everyone, not just their own kind. Jesus ate with tax collectors and outcasts. He broke the rigid social and religious hierarchies of his day. In the same way, the concept of karuna challenged the caste systems and social barriers of the East. It taught that every human being deserves mercy. Both figures stood as the heart of the teacher. They showed that true spiritual authority is measured by how you treat the most marginalized people in your community. If you strip away the specific languages, the different clothing, and the local customs, a striking pattern emerges. Whether it's a dusty road in Judea or a mountain pass in ancient China, the core message remains the same. The path to a meaningful life is built on integrity, selflessness, and internal peace. Theological debates often focus on where we disagree. However, these universal values suggest that humanity is following the same compass. We all share a pursuit of truth and a desire to elevate ourselves above basic survival instincts. This cross-cultural resonance proves that wisdom isn't the property of a single region or religion. It is a shared human heritage. When we look at the commonalities between Jesus and Eastern philosophy, we see that light looks very similar. It doesn't matter which window it shines through.